Welcome to the Actuate blockchain and decentralized finance faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program educational focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining educational ecosystem. Community empowerment. Our program empowers members with valuable skills in blockchain and DeFi, enabling them to leverage Actuate tokens for personal and professional growth. Here's how the Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet works. Structured learning program. Over 4 weeks, participants delve into various aspects of blockchain and DeFi. Week 1, Introduction to Blockchain. Basics of blockchain technology, its history, and fundamental principles. Week 2, Introduction to DeFi. Essentials of decentralized finance, smart contracts, DeFi platforms, and applications. Week 3, Digital wallets and exchanges. Setting up and using digital wallets and trading on cryptocurrency exchanges. Week 4, Advanced DeFi concepts. Exploring liquidity pools, risk management, and security in DeFi. Weekly interactive sessions. Every Saturday we conduct interactive sessions blending lectures, discussions, and hands-on activities. Incentivized learning with Actuate tokens. Participants earn Actuate tokens for their engagement, providing practical experience in managing digital assets. Pathway to teaching. Graduates can become teachers, undergoing a brief training module and earning Actuate tokens for their contributions. The Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet is more than an educational program. It's a catalyst for disseminating practical knowledge and fostering a community well-versed in digital innovations. Join us in shaping the future of blockchain and decentralized finance within the African context. Welcome to the Actuate blockchain and decentralized finance faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy.
Uh, Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first session of the 13th cohort of our blockchain and decentralized finance class. So, today we're going to be speaking about smart wallets. Yeah, and I know most of us we have experienced the basics of crypto wallets before. But today we're going to look at how a wallet can be, how smart wallets are shaping the future of blockchain. Yeah, how you can automate a wallet and how you can make it customizable. So, smart wallet, just a brief overview of what a smart wallet is. A smart wallet is a wallet that can execute transaction for you. It can enhance your security, and it also can make your DeFi experience smoother. So yeah, that's what we'll be talking about tonight. So smart wallets are about to transform how we interact with the blockchain, allowing you to unlock new possibilities. And as it said, about from automating payments to providing seamless access to decentralized applications. These wallets put you in the driver's seat for your financial journey. So whether you're staking, participating in DeFi protocols, or simply securing your assets, smart wallets are the ultimate tools for you to take control of your blockchain experience. So on our agenda today, we'll have a topic presentation by Ronald Anthony, and then we'll have a Q&A session. So in that session, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, or if you need clarifications, you can post questions on the chat box, and then we'll have some additional remarks from Dr. Masharia, and then we'll have web updates from our web developer, Grace Njeri. So let's begin with the topic presentation from our topic master. So you're welcome, Mr. Ronald.
Thank you for joining today's session. I'm excited to delve into a topic that's transforming how we interact with blockchain technology. That's the smart wallets. As we know, traditional wallets have served us well in the blockchain space, handling basic tasks like sending and receiving tokens. However, as the world of blockchain continues to evolve, so do our needs. Users demand more advanced functionality, especially with the rapid growth of decentralized finance or DeFi applications. This is where smart wallets come into play. Let's begin by understanding the difference between basic and smart wallets. A traditional wallet, while useful, only performs simple functions, but a smart wallet offers automation and much more. Imagine being able to schedule payments, optimize gas fees automatically, or even interact with multiple DeFi protocols with a single click. That's the power of a smart wallet, enhancing your experience by taking care of repetitive tasks and optimizing your actions. So we we exactly know what a smart wallet is. In simple terms, a smart wallet is a blockchain wallet enhanced by smart contracts. These programmable contracts only allow wallets to perform actions like recurring payments and optimizing transactions. It's like having a wallet that thinks ahead and execute tasks automatically based on your instructions. Sorry. This makes interacting with the blockchain not only easier, but more efficient. Some of the key features of smart wallets really highlights how they go beyond basic wallets. First, they offer automation. They can schedule transaction in advance, set gas price limits, and even manage complex DeFi activities like staking or yield farming with just a few clicks. Next, smart wallets come with multi-sig support, meaning multiple private keys are needed to approve transaction, which significantly enhances security. Lastly, they provide recovery mechanisms, so even if you lose access to your private keys, you can regain control without relying on a centralized service. Some popular examples of smart wallets that demonstrate these features include Agent and Gnosis Safe. Now, let's talk about these wallets and how they are transforming the world of DeFi. DeFi can often be a complex space with operations like staking, providing liquidity, and yield farming by providing infinite space. Now let's talk about these. Let's talk about how these wallets are transforming the world of DeFi. DeFi can often be a complex space with operations like staking, providing liquidity, and yield farming requiring intricate steps. But smart wallets streamline these processes, enabling users to interact with multiple protocols at once or stake tokens with a single click. This simplify what would otherwise be complicated and time-consuming tasks, giving users a smoother and more intuitive experience. One crucial aspect of smart wallet is security. As blockchain technology grows, so do the risks. But with smart wallets, security is prioritized through multi-sig features, which requires multiple signatories for high risk or large transactions. This added a layer of protection ensures that even if one key is compromised, the transaction cannot proceed without other approvals. And with gas fee optimization, users have more control, ensuring that their blockchain interactions are both secure and cost effective. Beyond personal use, smart wallets have a significant role to play in the governance of decentralized autonomous organizations, or the DAOs. The decentralized autonomous organization, which are becoming more popular as a decentralized way to manage projects and resources, benefit immensely from smart wallets. These wallets can automate voting processes, manage treasuries, and ensure consensus on key actions. For example, the decentralized autonomous organization might use a smart wallet to automate voting or distribute funds with multi-sig verification, ensuring security and transparency while reducing manual efforts. In conclusion, smart wallets are much more than just a place to store tokens. They are powerful tools that help us automate, secure, and optimize our blockchain interactions. Whether you're managing your own assets or contributing to the governance of a decentralized autonomous organization, smart wallets open up new responsibilities, making blockchain more accessible, efficient, and secure. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to discussing this exciting technology further as we continue today's session. That's the end of my presentation.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ronald, for that wonderful presentation. We've all heard about smart wallets and how they are changing the blockchain space. And so just to recap what Mr. Ronald has said is that smart wallets, they automate certain transactions They can automate the amount of gas fees you're using. They can automate, let's say, let's say if you want to stake your tokens or you're doing yield farming, yeah, smart wallets can help you do that. And he has given some examples of smart wallets. One is Agent. So Agent is a smart wallet by Stacknet, which is a layer 2 blockchain. So yeah, and I'm going to show you where you can get these smart wallets. But just a precautionary is that different wallets offer different features. So there are some wallets which, first of all, you have to look at if a wallet accepts multiple tokens. Yeah, for example, if it can accept different tokens from different chains. Yeah, but it's also good to look at the evolving technology that is also coming through with um, wallets. So we have blockchain wallets. These are wallets such as MetaMask or Trust Wallet, and also we have smart wallets such as Agent. So the only difference here is in automation. So let me share my screen and show you a blockchain wallet. And if you have any trouble or if you want to uh, be clarified, if you want a point to be clarified, make sure you ask a question on the chat box. So about as I said, we have blockchain wallets, the normal blockchain wallets such as MetaMask, and I'm going to show you the example of my MetaMask. So for MetaMask, we said that you can get the wallet by downloading an extension if you're using your computer, or you can also download it as an application on your app store. Yeah, you can go to your Google app and download the MetaMask app. And then, or also you can try downloading the Trust wallet. So for MetaMask, we said that MetaMask is a multi-coin wallet. And what this means is that you can receive tokens from different, you can receive any token in your wallet. And it also doesn't matter whether it's from a different blockchain, whether it's from Ethereum, whether it's from Binance. You can receive your tokens and your tokens will not get lost. So yeah, so this is MetaMask, and these are my networks. We have the Ethereum, we have the Polygon, the Celonet, BNB chain, and from here, we said this is the, let me check my account. So when I go to my account details, I can be able to see my wallet address. Yeah. So these are the features of blockchain wallets. And we said for you to install a blockchain wallet, after downloading your blockchain wallet, you need to, first of all, select create a new wallet, and then you'll be given a set of phrases. And these phrases, you copy them down on a piece, on a book, and you store those phrases safely. And we also insist, I also would insist that you do not not manually, you do not automatically back up to your Google Drive, and you do not also copy the phrases to your Gmail, yeah, because we want to ensure that you protect your assets. Because if someone gets a hold of those 12 phrases or your private key, it it means that they have access to your assets and they can be able to even take your assets away. So it's advisable to take a pen and write down your phrases. So this is a blockchain wallet, and we have tokens here. And we said that for you to be able to receive Actuate tokens on your wallet, you have to add the Actuate, you have to add Actuate to your list of tokens. And the process is still the same for MetaMask wallet and for Trust wallet. All you have to do is just click import tokens, and As you can see here, it says search tokens. And if you want to add Actuate token to your wallet, you click on custom token and paste the token contract address. For the Actuate contract address, we get it from the Actuate website. Yeah, so all you have to do is just go to actuate.bio, and then on the tabs here, click on BSC scan, and then it will bring you to this BSC scan explorer, and then you just copy this token contract. So copy this address and then go back to your wallet, and then just a minute, go back to import tokens and then custom tokens, and then just paste that contract address on the bar. As you can see, my token has already been added, so I already have Actuate on my MetaMask wallet. So for you, if you've not already added Actuate, once you paste the Actuate contract address, it will automatically fill the other fields such as the decimals, yeah, and the ACT initials. So yeah, so basically these are the basics of blockchain wallets. And let me take you to a smart wallet, one of the smart wallets, which is called Agent. So for today's topic, we said we're discussing smart wallets, and Agent is part of the Stacknet. Stacknet is created by Stacknet. So all of these wallets are free. Yeah, so you do not need to pay anything to be able to create a wallet. As I said, you can go to your app store and download the wallet. So you can use Google Play, you can use your Apple Store and get a wallet. So for here, you can see Agent says you can wave goodbye to high network fees. So you can buy, swap, token, and stake tokens with Agent fee with Agent for less than even 0.01. So that's one of the features of smart wallets, and it's exciting to see that yeah, there are people who are working hard to make the DeFi experience even better than and also easier for you to be able to use the decentralized applications. So I think that's it, unless anyone has a question. I'm going to give this opportunity to Dr. Masharia for additional comments. So Dr. Masharia, welcome.
I think I need to unmute. Am I unmuted now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Ronald Anthony. What a timely conversation. Timely conversation about smart wallets. And thank you, Frida, for bringing us here together. Well, this is a holy ground, by the way. For all those who do not know, you're walking on a holy ground. You know, as it was said to Moses, then you're going to say, who say I've sent you? Tell them, I am has sent you. What this means, smart wallet, because this question arose in the Kenya Space Society, WhatsApp group. Those of you who are not in that group, I just need to update you. So earlier this week, we had a discovery call with the Kenya Space Society, and they're brilliant people. These are super scientists from Kenya, and they are very much interested to know about Actuate token. And the question that arose, posed by Bastian himself, who understands blockchain, is how we are going to administer the SBT, which is our token for governance, which is called GSBT because the governance soul-bound token. That's an Actuate token, which is an NFT. And I was going to respond to him, but I think the response is right here in this conversation. Because the question he asked earlier today is, he said, first of all, that he does not see a discussion of how the SBT will be distributed for governance. Because he asked me, how are you going to be distributed? This is not addressed in a white paper. Of course, it's not addressed in white paper. And I'm going to tell you why such matters will not appear in a white paper. I will explain to you the reason why such matters appear in discussions such as this one, because they are a breakdown of the high level statements. So in the white paper is a discussion of high level statements that is not very, very specific. So you cannot get the details of what is going to happen by reading the white paper. Now, because if you put every detail on white paper, that's going to be a 9,000 pages document. Okay, so let me tell you. The question that Bastian was asking is about the SBT and how we're going to use it for governance. And I told him that we shall begin rolling out that SBT in April 2025, because it is pointless to roll out the SBTs at the beginning without knowing who is holding the actual token. So the soul-bound token will be distributed to the holders of Actuate token. And so there are three different ways that people can gain access to that actual token to hold it. One is being here in the Launch One program, which is commensurate to an airdrop, because you come, you learn, you get actual tokens. So you hold on to your actual token, because if you send them out of your wallet or you off-ramp them, you do not have actual tokens, so you will not get the SBT. That means that you not partake to the governance of the actual projects that are going to be rolling out over the next, period, let's say for an epoch. So that's why you want to hold on to your actual token. But just holding on them to them is not even useful. It's better to put them in liquidity pools. So you continue holding them, they're still in your wallet, even if they are in the liquidity pools, but you have not off-ramped them into something else. That will give you the first right. Remember the birthright. Birthright is the first right for you to receive the SBT when the distribution begins in the second quarter of 2025 for the SBT. Those SBTs are going to be distributed to the holders of actual token, wallet to wallet. So it means that if your wallet has got actual token, whether you have 10 actual tokens, 1 actual token, or 1,000, or even 1,000,000, you receive 1 SBT. That's a great equalizer. Because the SBT is an identity token, it's not a liquid token that you can sell. You cannot even sell it. It's untransferable. You will not be able to transfer it to somebody else for money. Just like the way you cannot sell your identity card. Yeah, there are some people who sell identity. These are criminals who sell identity. So for passports and for citizenship. But you see, that's now bordering on the criminal work. But for the honest members or holders of actual token, this is called community members, citizens, or denizens of actual nation. They will all receive an SBT, and that SBT is not for sale. See why it has to wait until April 2025, so that we can make sure everyone has understood this principle. And so Mr. Bastian later on said that he did not see that in a white paper. Of course, it's not in a white paper because there are details of its distribution. Those are details, how it's going to happen. But then now we're here. We know that we already have technology for distributing SBTs, which is now working with the smart wallets. Okay, so smart wallets which allow multi-sig, like multiple signature, and specifically help to manage the decentralized autonomous organization, which is called a DAO, because they enable voting and you can automate processes, which is what we are going to use the smart wallet to automate the or to automate the DAO management, which is going to be the decentralized autonomous organization, that will be the Actuate itself. So eventually, this Actuate will metamorphose or transmutate into a decentralized autonomous organization, which is going to manage all those projects that are going to come out of these processes that we are implementing now, including processes that will come out of the summit. So it is very good to know that we don't have to worry about building those technologies because they are already built. Agent is one such technology for managing the which got multi wallets for managing the DAO itself. Agent, by the way, for those of you who do not know, ARGENT is not pronounced as agent. That's the French name for argent. What is argent in French? Frida, you are the latest in French school. What does argent means in French? Oh, there you are. Argent is silver. Argent, if you go to the periodic table, for those people who do not know what is a periodic table, it has not to do with the menses. It's periodic table of chemistry, of chemical elements that we have in this planet. So periodic table, the scientific name for silver is argent, or ARGENT, which is French for argent. Argent in French means money. So now money, silver money is also called shilling. The Kenya shilling is also silver. So silver is shilling, is shining shilling, not shilling. So is argent. So this wallet is a money wallet, and argent. That's just a side thing to tell you the origin of that name, where it comes from. It means silver. Silver means money, and it's not gold. It is not copper, but it is AR. So if you go to the periodic table and see a letter AR, you know that AR is equals to silver. Yeah, now you know. So what is the atomic weight for silver? That's a different matter altogether, because they have, how many neutrons are there in silver, how many protons, how many electrons. But argent is a stable molecule. That's why we use it silver as a Kenya shilling and as US dollar. The single dollar, $1 US, before they made the paper money, is a coin which is made of silver. It's a silver coin. So argent is silver. And so this argent, it gives us very serious power to manage our decentralized autonomous organization. It's a smart wallet. Now we can say we shall implement these smart wallets at the organizational level for distributing the SBT. But what can you do with a smart wallet on your own by yourself? Remember, we are in a decentralized economy, decentralized finance. It means that you also have got total ability to use what? A smart wallet to automate certain processes, as Ronald Anthony has told us, and also Frida. Automate certain processes like trading, buying and selling, optimizing the gas fees, and so many other automation procedures. So what I want to say, if the team from the Space Society is not here, I think we need to send this message to them and tell them, particularly Bastian, who is asking questions about specific details like this. How will those SBT? And then he said he cannot see them in a white paper. And I want to explain to you why you don't see certain things in a white paper. All of you, so you understand. And I'm going to give you a parable, let's say, or maybe an example with ugali, java. Now, when you go to the shop to buy java, unga ya java, you buy that unga ya java for making ugali at home. On the packet of java, you see that it contains unga ya ugali, and you believe it has got unga ya ugali inside. But then when you eat that ugali, you do not know, after you eat the ugali, what is happening to the ugali so that you can have energy. For example, there's a whole biochemistry process taking place, which is known as breaking down that ugali. So it's ugali starch. Now, in a packet of java, you don't see the word starch. Okay, you don't even see something called salivary amylase or tyroline, which is an enzyme that breaks down starch so that it can become broken down into smaller molecules. Yeah, and then it goes down to the stomach. It gets absorbed to the liver. In the liver, it goes down to a process called glycolysis. Now, on the packet of java, you see no description of glycolysis at all. Glycolysis is the breakdown of sugar molecule, the glucose molecule itself that you receive entirely. So what I'm saying that on the packet of java, you will not see the process of glycolysis described. But that doesn't mean that the ugali that you're going to eat is not going to go through glycolysis, because you need that. Even more, on the packet of java, you don't see the next steps, something called the Krebs cycle. The cycle, the carboxylic acid cycle, which is helps you now to get a whole packet, a boatload of what they call ATP, adenosine triphosphate. You don't see that on the packet of java, but you see that in the textbooks of biochemistry, and you don't even study that in high school biology. That one is going to study it where? At the university itself, in the textbook of, in Lineage's textbook of biochemistry. So you don't know anything about ATP when you see a packet of java. And much worse, the packet of java has no description of the electron transport chain. That now that ATP you need to activate so that electrons, remember, all this is electronic. Yeah? Did you know that you getting energy is an electronic process? It's a digital process that goes through something called ETC, or electron transport chain. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's what it is. It means that when you're talking about these electrons, it's taking one electron from one molecule and putting it on another molecule. And just by doing so, you generate energy. Amazing. And so you can lift a whole crate of beer, 24 beers by just that. But you do not see that described on the packet of java. So what it means is that there's so much detail about everything, particularly now. The same thing with a white paper. When a white paper is very high level, it's just like a packet of java. It was going to come with you telling you the actual processes that are happening there on the ground. That is detail complexity, and the detail is so much that you sit down to write that, all that, you will never finish writing. So the white paper is a summary and very high level explanation that points to some serious detail, serious scientific detail that surpasses high school knowledge. It surpasses university knowledge. It goes all the way to the PhD level of knowledge. That is what we are talking about today. So do not complain about missing out some details in certain things, because there's no details that is omitted. The detail is subsumed because the detail is there. Just like now, when you eat a block of ugali, you're not worried about the glycolysis. Okay, you say, oh my goodness, how many ATPs I'm going to be generating from this molecule of glucose that I'm swallowing? Is it going to be 6? Or is it going to go in the Krebs cycle and then give me 36? Yeah. Or is it going to enter in the electron transport chain? Are you asking such questions? Now, when you start asking such questions, you know that you, what? Yeah, that is why it is written. It is written this in the Holy Scriptures, so you understand that my ways you do not know of. My ways you do not know of. And my ways are past understanding. You cannot understand everything. because it's gonna be written, but then you let it unfold, be peeling layer by layer by layer by layer. And that's what the message. So you don't fight over details, tiny details like that. They are not tiny, but they're very important details. But those details are not visible in the original packets. That's the detail of what the glucose molecule or maybe the block of ugali is going to go through to give you to enter into the electron transport chain is not described even in the packaging material for a packet of Jovo. Okay, so if anyone asks you such a question, you say, all right, that detail is subsumed. You find it in the textbook. Now, the textbook we are talking about is this learn to earn sessions. The purpose of this learn to earn session is to unpack those details. If you don't find it in the white paper, you are going to hear about it in the learn to earn session. So that's why it's very, very important that people attend the learn to earn session, lest they end up asking questions about details that are not for the white paper. That's the point. And so you want to make that this clear for everyone that detail complexity cannot be displayed in the in original high level white papers, because those ones are really points to things that are underlying. And even the say, for example, the Bitcoin, the Bitcoin white paper or the Ethereum white paper, it didn't have any specific detail about what's happening. Such details eventually come out in different documents, implementation documents, which are known as brown papers. Brown papers are the one that's now tackles specific processes. Because as you've heard, say for example, if you swallow a block of ugali, there is the first step. It's before even swallow it is the saliva. You have to chew it to break down that ugali into small globules of ugali, which can now be dissolved by saliva itself, which has got an enzyme called salivary amylase. That salivary amylase is also known as tyalin. It's secreted by your parotid glands in the mouth, right there, to begin to extract what is called starch. The starch is a complex molecule that has got many glucose molecules tied together. So in order for you to extract that glucose from starch, you need to split it out. Come with an axe. An axe is another enzyme that's gonna be splitting them. So when you have them split down into individual glucose molecules, they can now enter the bloodstream and go to the liver. You don't see that in a packet of Jovo, by the way. Don't even look for it. Neither do people who make Jovo know that. They don't even talk about it. Maybe they know, but they don't talk about it. Okay, because we're going to be telling your customers that you shall be having this tyalin in your mouth, which is gonna be, knocking out. Yeah, and then you need to have a good set of teeth to chew the ugali so that you can break it down into something, a fluid liquid. You can liquefy the solid ugali. So what I'm saying is that there's too much detail to put down in one. But then you will see that details in different textbooks. Now you can see a textbook describing tyalin itself, the enzyme, salivary amylase, and we go deep down in the biochemistry of the amylase. So similarly here, you will see now. The wallet is a multi-sig wallet. You can compare it to the salivary amylase, which is a different thing that has to be described alone and give the complete details on its own. Yeah, and so then you can see the processes that are going to be happening within that wallet can also not be unpacked in each process requires detailed description. So understanding that detailed complexity, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, understanding that detailed complexity And I want to explain to you this so that you know, understanding detail, that everything has got detail, is what is referred to as kingdom of God. God is in detail. It's not devil who stays in details. Forget those people who are misguided. That kingdom resides in detail, because as soon as you understand that, first of all, the first thing to do is to understand everything comes with a full set of details. There's a whole textbook of detail. You get to know that, you acknowledge that, makes you very humble. It's called humility. To understand every statement comes with boatloads of details. Let's say, like you get just the action of chewing ugali in the mouth and secretion of ptyalin, saliva amylase, is full of detail in itself. Those details are not obvious, they're kind of hidden, but it doesn't mean they are not occurring. But they are not unknown. People know about such details. So what you have to do is discover what are the details of the process that's happening here in this specific place. When you know that there are details that are happening, then your job is to submit yourself to that process of understanding the detail, not to complain about it. That the details missing, there's nothing missing. As it is written, there's nothing new under the sun. Believe it or not. Yeah, that is what the wise one called Solomon said. There's nothing new under the sun. So he's called Koheredu. Koheredu, there's nothing new under the sun. So if there's nothing new, if you think that you're missing something, or there's something that's missing, then understand that you are missing to see the detail that is already there. But that detail is not revealed to anyone. Remember that, because it's not going to be revealed to people with high school knowledge. It's not even going to be revealed to people with maybe secondary school, even in undergraduate. Why? Because, as Paul said, milk for the babes, meat for the strong ones. Why did Paul say that? A certain level of understanding that becomes so profound that if you're not ready for that, you cannot understand it. Milk for the babes, milk for the babies. And that's what Paul meant. Babies means that people who are not ready to ascend to that consciousness of understanding detail. Milk for the babies, meat, because of course, babies cannot digest meat. Who doesn't know that? Who gives meat to small babies? Yeah, nobody. So what I am saying is that these things, when you come across situations, instead of thinking that people have missed something, this is for you, even for your own good, think about the detail, the implicit detail. That detail is in a tacit dimension. Tacit dimension, instead of hidden from your sight. You can't see it. It requires a different attitude. To know that a block of ugali is going to go through glycolysis, but nobody tells you that a block of ugali is going to go through glycolysis, and glycolysis is necessary. Nobody even sits down to you to write to you the process of glycolysis until you go to advanced school. Then you have learned your textbook of biochemistry and say, oh my goodness, this glycolysis has been happening all my life, and why did I not know it? Now, whose fault is that if you do not know there's a process called glycolysis and it's taking place? So you don't have to worry about stuff like that, because my ways you do not know of, as it is written. My ways you do not know of. All you have to do is be very patient, okay? Be humble, and think that there are ways that are happening that you do not know of. And so I'm saying these things in terms of now what you're going to do with Actuate token. There are so many details that Actuate token has in itself. So many details, so much detail. That thing is called detail complexity. I just want you to understand that. That detail complexity, you cannot understand it by complaining about it. You can understand it by now as tethered to your consciousness. And also tethered these lessons every week. That's why we do them every week without ceasing. Without ceasing. And then you start learning how to use the actual token by putting it in your own wallet, taking it to liquidity pools. And now we come to the level, you're talking about smart wallets. That's another higher level of consciousness. It's called elevation, it's called exaltation. Get exalted from a higher level to say, how do we automate these processes? And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there are men and women in this planet who are working on all these things. So, yeah, there are men and women. Like glycolysis, we are not the ones who worked. Even the Krebs cycle, we didn't work on it. Even the electron transport chain. So, when you know that there are men and women who are working to find the answers to these processes, then the only thing that is required of you is the humility to first of all acknowledge that. And then when you have that humility, then you find that you understand a lot of things. Very easy. Very easy. So this is what science is all about. It's not politics. You cannot learn this thing by politics, even arguing, complaining, or doing anything, even nothing like that. Is submitting to the process. That's submission. People do not understand submission. Even Paul was talking about the efficiency. He said submit. Yeah, you cannot submit, but then you cannot submit to something that you don't love. So basically we have the solution to overcome what you're calling the economic problems using the actual tokens. And I think I would not like to overstate that. I just wanted to answer the question about the SBTs and how it seems to be missing on the white paper. It is not missing. Yeah, it's not missing on the white paper. It is there. It is not obvious. Okay, of course, because nobody writes all such details about every single process in the on the top level documents. Like you will not find detail about glycolysis on the packet of ugali of Java on the Java packet. All right. So back to you, Frida.
All right, thank you very much, Doc, for that clarification. So we all learn by submitting ourselves, listening to what you're taught and not just, as you had, not just complaining. So that's why I'd encourage you to always attend these sessions. If you want to know what's going on, make sure you attend regularly our sessions. So I'd like to welcome Grace for some web updates. Welcome, Grace.
Thank you, Frida, and hi everyone. So I'm Grace, and I'm going to show you the dates for this week. And then Frida can confirm.
Well,
can you see it? Frida,
just a minute. It's still blank. It's dark.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we can see it now. It has loaded, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is our website, actuate.by. So not gone to our web before, just the browser and type Actuate. This will be the first website that you will see us. This is our Actuate Nairobi Summit, and we have our summit up in December, and we have some new updates about the summit. One which is the hackathons. As you can see here, we have a button for hackathons, and so far we have this one, but I'll be doing the other two hackathons during this week. So we have this hackathon is integrating Actuate smart contract open journal system, yes, at Actuate Summit December 6th. So we have this hackathon that is coming up, and we have a hackathon we'll be having the set, and we'll be able to see more about that. So stay tuned, and you'll be able to see more about the website and about the sub. So yes, and back to you, Frida. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Grace, for that. Yeah, as you've seen, we are currently working on updating the sections about hackathons. So in the summit, we're going to have hackathons, as you've heard, and these hackathons, we want to see how we can use smart contracts and the Actuate tokens to incentivize and also to fund these projects and programs. So we want to see, for example, how we can use smart contracts and the Actuate token, for example, to improve health access, yeah, in the health access workshop. And we can also, yeah, we do also want to see how we can use smart contracts and the Actuate token to incentivize and also to fund the biomedical knowledge translation, how we can incentivize people to submit knowledge and also to be able to reward their submissions. Yeah. So that's basically what is going to happen at the summit. And we encourage, if you want to participate in these hackathons, you can contact us and we'll guide you through. So yeah, I think that sums up what you've heard about the web updates. So thank you very much again, Grace, for that. And I don't know if Dr. Mashara, do you have anything else to add?
So what you can add about hackathon? Wait a minute, let me find out. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. Hackathon, you see, the hackathons are the ultimate job of us, all of us doing all this. Because we want to bring you hackathons are not just for people who know how to code. Even if you don't know how to code, you can participate in hackathon. Because what's hacking is finding solutions. I mean, what I'm saying is what you just said about that detail complexity. That detail itself, it contains processes. Okay, each one of those processes is gonna need a smart contract. Each one, it's gonna need a smart contract. And the hackathon is first of all about discovering what process needs a smart contract. As we have been talking here, since January this year in these Learn to One sessions, we have about, let's say, 9 Learn to One sessions in operations right now. And each one of those Learn to One sessions, whether it's environment, water, energy, women, centralized finance, mental health, health access, science, technology, mathematics, engineering, and say water, and even agriculture. They present specific processes that you have had that in their detail complexity. So from all the conversations we have had throughout the year, you must have heard about processes that must be implemented to execute that process. Now, these things that have to be executed are called smart contracts. They have to be built, or the code has to be written. But before the code is written, before you can write the code, you have to think about the code to do what? Like a smart contract. what be the function of that smart contract? Remember, smart contracts have got very simple language. If this, then this. So it's called functions. The function. If this, then this. If this, then this. That's what coding. Okay, but before you can say if what, then what? If this, then this. So that needs to be thought through. And that's why you do not have to know how to code to think through such a thing. Now, for example, in biomedical translation, we need smart contracts for distributing Actuate token to reward authorship of articles. We need smart contracts to reward reviewership of articles. And we need smart contracts to allocate tokens to reward editorship. See those, you could say those are 3 smart contracts, but maybe it's just one that is doing all those things. And then it has to be integrated with the journal system, which we have talked about in the biomedical translation, which is known as OJS, made by Public Knowledge Project, PKP. So open journal system. So we are saying, how can you create a smart contract that can allocate tokens for authorship, can allocate tokens for reviewership, can allocate tokens for editorship, and then can allocate tokens for merit tokens, where if people love your work, you get more tokens. So you get paid for what you write. So that's going to encourage people to write. So if you think about environment, for doing all those things good about environment, like planting trees, how can we create a smart contract that we allocate tokens to every tree that is planted, for every tree? But it's not the tree that receives token, it's a wallet of the person who plants the tree. So that's a smart contract. And you can see this means that these are details that we want to address, particularly during the summit. The summit now gives opportunity to call a lot of people to get together so they can know about these things. And that's why that information is on our website. Look at that hackathon. And already we have people who have said they are very interested in participating in that hackathon. Hackathon led by the young ladies at CTech University, who call them Ledger ladies. Yeah, can you believe it? Yeah. And they're going to mobilize technology enthusiasts in Nairobi City to participate in these hackathons. All we have to do is tell them what we've been talking about here the whole year, plus yourself. Now, if you've been here the whole year, then you want to be part of these hackathons. Because ultimately, after everything is said and done, we want to come out with smart contracts. You see? So you see the goal of the summit itself is to produce smart contracts that can administer Actuate token to all these different functions that we've talked about throughout the year. That is where that's what it's all about. By the way, if you didn't occur to you, let me reveal to you. After everything is said and done, is building smart contracts, because we can talk all day long. If we don't build a smart contract to do all those things we've said, then we are engaging in a serious adventure in missing the points. We are getting lost in the wilderness of it all. Yeah, and you can see all these smart contracts, by the way, just as you have seen with the Agent wallet, with the multi-sig wallet, these things are already built. Like Solomon said, there's nothing new under the sun. Did you know that? Of course, just say that. In Coheredo, there's nothing new under the sun. So don't go out thinking that you have to do this thing all on your own by yourself. There's a lot of resources for such things. You'll find them in GitHub, where so many people have contributed code that you can actually now write it without even going to coding school. And of course, we have AI. And there is software to help you compose those smart contracts without having to install heavy software into your laptop. You can even do this on your cell phone, so long as you can access the web through remix.ethereum.org. Okay, so you have access to everything. As I said again, there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. All you have to know is how to use it. And then that's why we're here as a team, as a group, so that you can ask one another, how do I do this? So eventually you find that these things that sound so mysterious, they're only mysterious because you think they are mysterious. Yeah, and I want to emphasize that those things will only look mysterious to you because you think they are mysterious. You know, that's what Paul was trying to explain to these guys called Ephesians 5. He said that all that is admitted to your consciousness becomes manifest by the light. All that is admitted to your consciousness becomes manifest by the light. That means that if you think something is hard, it is going to be hard. If you think something is easy, it becomes easy. If you think something is good, it is good. If you think something is evil, it is evil. So it means there's neither hard or simple, there's neither good nor evil, because it is all about you. So now that participating in a hackathon is not a hard thing to do, unless your consciousness tells you that that's a hard thing to do. And then Paul, of course, will not be amused by you saying such a thing, because he says, now what's up with that? All that is admitted to your consciousness, you admit that something is difficult. It is going to be difficult because you admit it, not because the thing itself is difficult, but because you tell yourself that it's difficult and yourself believes it is difficult, but nobody else in this world. Because after all, who makes those smart contracts that you find on GitHub? Isn't it other humans? Are they not ordinary fellows? Then how is it that they're able to make it without experiencing difficulty? It is because there's no difficulty to experience. Difficulty does not exist, except what? Except in our consciousness and creation. So I just want to encourage you, and so by the time you come into the summit, you have shred all those things, called difficulties, things, and then you raise above them, and create very beautiful smart contracts. And I can tell you, every one of you is well able. You are well able to build a smart contract. Okay? Do not be like the guys who went there to Canaan, and they say, when we went there and all we saw, there were giants. They said they were giants. I think they're sons of giants. And then they were saying giants, then say, because we saw them as giants, and then in their eyes we were giants. because we saw them as giants, in their eyes were giants. I can't even remember how they put in the book of Numbers. Because, yeah, I'm going to remember that, but that's the whole thing. Is that when you see a situation as difficult, the situation is difficult. That's the message there. Oh yeah, giant and grasshoppers. Yeah, I remember. We were going to Canaan, and I think there was Caleb and some other guys were sent there. I said, oh my goodness, those people are giants. Now imagine that you go to GitHub and say, oh, that's a place of giants. And then because you can see them as giants, then yourself, in your eyes, you're looking to them as grasshoppers. Isn't that Numbers 5? Frida, you know that Numbers 5? Yeah, they're looking as grasshoppers. And because we see ourselves as grasshoppers, in their eyes, we are grasshoppers. So, you're not grasshoppers in coding, in creating smart contracts. You're not a grasshopper. You're a giant yourself. You're a giant. You come up with smart contracts. So bring that giant within you. Do not allow anyone to think that you're a grasshopper in these matters, because you are not one of them who is a grasshopper. Hey, because you're a giant, and the reason you become a grasshopper is because, not because of them, it's because of your consciousness. Again, finally, all this happens because all that is admitted becomes manifest by the light. That's the, if you admit you're a grasshopper, then you'll be a grasshopper. Not because you're a grasshopper, it's just admission. And I believe that we are now at a group of grasshoppers. We are a group of giants in everything. So even the coding, come up with smart contracts, that's very beautiful. Because after everything is said and done, in the summit, everything, all the processes will lead to what? To smart contracts that are executing these processes that we are talking about. And you already know how to build such smart contracts. Just in case you did not know, you already know it. I'm just revealing to you. But you cannot know unless you believe. See, believe in yourself, build a smart contract. Let us meet. And you see what's amazing about the summit. So many people they are moved by the whole summit and they're taking so much interest. But then you've been with us throughout the whole year. You want to be a good representative of the phenomenon itself, because you are a giant. You are not of them that are grasshoppers. And if you see yourself as a grasshopper, then even them, they'll see you as a grasshopper, but you do not want that. Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity now for us to get together. And back to you, Freedom. And thank you, Grace, for the update.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. for that. Yeah, the verse is in Numbers 13, and it says, we saw the Nephilim there, where the descendants of Anak come from. The Nephilim.
You're breaking
It seems
down.
like grasshoppers in our own eyes.
Frida, you are breaking off. Can you say that again?
Sorry?
I think you are moving. Something is moving, making noise with microphone. Yeah. So can you start
Yeah,
again?
how about now?
Yeah, the numbers. Can you start again?
Yeah,
Numbers 13.
Numbers 13, 33. We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them.
Okay, what is that? That is New International Version. What is that?
Yeah, that's New International Version.
Can you try KJV? Because I think these guys change language. That's another thing about all these translators. You see Nephilim?
Yeah.
I think Nephilim or Edom. Go ahead. KJV.
Okay. So King James Version says, and there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight.
Yeah, we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so were we in their sight. You see that? That's a message that what you see yourself as is what people are going to see you. If you see yourself as a grasshopper, then you're going to be a grasshopper to others. So what's the point? Don't see yourself as a grasshopper. That's the message about that. It's about conquering all these things, limiting beliefs. That's and this thing is a continuous message all the way to the Ephesians, when Paul was saying all that's admitted becomes manifest by the light. So I have a lot of faith in all of us here. None of us will see himself or herself as grasshopper, because if we do that, then we are going to look at like grasshoppers in their eyes. Who are they? Nobody else. Mike, I can tell you, the only person we are talking about your consciousness, the only person who is going to see you as grasshopper is you as self. Like, because if you say I cannot write code because that is for giants in coding, then who is going to worry about that? Except you're not going to write the code. See, ultimately, it all comes back to the individual self. That what you say you cannot do does not affect anyone else at all. Because it doesn't even stop the movement of anything. That's that's the tricky part. Whatever you say you cannot achieve does not matter to anyone else in this world, except you cannot achieve it. See? So if you want to achieve things, don't worry about not achieving them. You just want to do them because you do not want to see yourself as grasshopper. Now, when you say in their eyes, they saw us as giants, as grasshoppers in their eyes. Who are they? This is your other consciousness, that your spiritual self would make you believe that you're a grasshopper because you, as a natural person, you're thinking you're a grasshopper. See, that is the whole thing about that. I just hope that we all understand these things because it's really, really, really important for your own personal life and for your own personal life and your own personal life, which means yourself, your others, your family, and your own your development, your career development, even advancing. That means that way no one can bother you by saying nasty stuff or saying anything negative because you do not care. You are the giant, and you will do whatever you set your mind to do. You will create the smart contract. So now, so the verse is number 13:33. Giants versus grasshoppers, the sons of Anak. Okay, so
All right. So thank you very much for that. We've come to the end of our session. So I hope we've all learned something today. And thank you to our speakers. So thank you, Mr. Ronald. Thank you, Grace. And thank you, Dr. Masharia, for that. And so I'd also like to thank everyone for joining us today. And we'll meet on the next session where we learn more about liquidity pools and exchanges. So be sure to meet us on Zoom next Saturday at 8 p.m. So I'll paste the form to the chat box. Make sure you fill it before you leave. So have a lovely weekend.